morning, good afternoon, good evening, blossoming souls. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I'm Amber Choisella, Evidential Medium and Mentor with a background in counseling and grief work. Here on this channel, we explore the deep intersections of spirit, healing, and conscious living, okay? Today's video is a powerful one. We're diving into why you don't need to move on to heal and the blood moon message from spirit during the full corn moon eclipse, which is happening on Sunday, September 7th, 2025, right? Grief is such a misunderstood teacher. So many people are told that they need to get over it or move on in order to truly heal, but I'm here to tell you that's not how healing works. Spirit doesn't rush us. Spirit invites us into deeper layers of transformation. So let's talk about why moving on isn't necessary and what this blood moon energy is really here to show us. Now, the phrase moving on is one of the most damaging messages given to someone in grief. When someone passes or when a chapter of life ends, there's the societal expectations that you'll just pack it away neatly and never to feel it or revisit it again. But grief isn't linear, it's cyclical. It spirals back around birthdays, anniversaries, or random Tuesday afternoons when a song plays on the radio. Healing isn't about forgetting, it's about integration. When we integrate, we're not leaving behind the one we lost or the chapter that ended. Instead, we carry them with us, their essence, their lessons, their love. We don't move on from love, you move forward with love, okay? Spirit has shown me countless times in mediumship sessions that those who have transitioned don't want to be forgotten. They want to be remembered, honored, and carried forward. That is healing. Healing looks like speaking their name with reverence, okay? Allowing yourself to cry when waves of grief rise within you. Creating rituals that keep connections alive. Choosing to live more fully because they lived and because they loved you. So the next time you hear move on, remember you're not failing if you're grieving. You're human and you're healing. Now, grief teaches us that healing isn't about timelines, it's about truth. It's just like grief. The cycles of the moon reminds us that everything moves in rhythms. Release, reflection, renewal. That's why this upcoming full corn moon eclipse, aka the blood moon on September 7th, 2025, is such a powerful mirror for our healing. Just as we don't need to move on from love to honor our grief, we also don't need to rush through what the moon is asking us to feel. Both grief and the moon invite us to pause, to witness what needs to be released, and to honor what is eternal. Let's talk about the cosmic timing of the blood full moon, shall we? This energy is powerful, raw, and deeply emotional. Spirit tells me that the eclipses are times not to manifest, they're times to release, to surrender what has kept us bound. The blood moon specifically calls attention to the old wounds that bleed within us. What are we still holding shame, guilt, or unresolved pain? What grief we have been told to silence, but Spirit keeps bringing up to the surface. This moon is not about rushing forward, it's about pausing, feeling, allowing the raw to rise up, even if it's messy. Spirit's message in this eclipse is, healing is not forgetting. Healing is remembering love even when it hurts. And talking about love and hurting and learning to heal and love again, check out my last video from last week where I talk about my greatest and saddest karmic love story, okay? Right here. And if you've been pushing yourself to get over it, this blood moon is here to free you. You don't need to move on. You need to move deeper into truth, into remembrance, into acceptance. If this is resonating with you so far, I'd love for you to hit that subscribe button and join this community of blossoming souls. I release videos every week on spirit, healing, and conscious growth. And let me know in the comments, what's one thing you've been told to move on from that you actually feel called to carry forward with you? I love to hear your own reflections. This is where spirit and healing intersect in such a sacred way. When I hold space in my grief healing and mediumship intensives, the intention is not to push you forward, but to meet you where you are. This is a 90-minute private session created to hold you in a safe, compassionate space where your grief and your soul both have room to breathe. Inside this intensive, you'll experience grounding and centering. We'll begin with a gentle, guided practice to help you feel safe, rooted, and fully in your body. Sacred witnessing and sharing, a space to openly honor your story, your loss, and what you're carrying in your heart. Mediumship connection, a sacred opportunity to receive messages and validations from your loved ones who have transitioned, supporting you and feeling their continued presence in your life. Integration and next steps. We close with practices, rituals, or journal prompts you can take with you to continue moving forward in your own rhythm of healing. Again, this isn't about moving on. It's about honoring your grief, embracing connection, and finding clarity and comfort as you learn to move forward in love. And if you're feeling called to go even deeper during this blood moon energy, I also offer full moon clarity readings designed to help you see exactly what spirit is asking you to release and the truth that is ready to rise in your life. You can also join me on Substack, where I share weekly spirit reflections, journal prompts, and deeper teachings. Links for everything can be found down in the description. So let's tie all this together. You don't need to move on. Healing is not about erasure. It's about integration, about remembering with love. And under this blood full moon, Spirit is urging us to release the belief that grief has an expiration date, to release the shame around still feeling. Instead, Spirit invites you to honor, to ritualize, to carry forward what matters most. Take time during the full moon to do the following. Write down what you've been told to move on from and burn it as a symbol of releasing those false expectations. Light a candle in light of your loved one or your past self. Speak out loud, I carry you with me and that is my healing. This blood moon is about reclaiming your right to heal in your own time, your own way. Thank you so much for spending this time with me today. And don't forget to subscribe and share in the comments your reflection. What's something you're choosing to carry forward instead of move on from? If you're ready for deeper guidance, check out my Substack, book a grief, healing, and mediumship intensive, or schedule a full moon clarity reading while the energy of this full moon is fresh. All the details can be found down below. Until next time, you don't have to move on to heal. You are healing just as you are. It's just the choice to heal, right? And I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.